Hey everybody, I'm back on here again. I wanted to give you a really quick, simple breathwork technique that I think is really important if you're trying to release stress out of the body. One of the things that when we have a lot of emotional stress, we build that up and it creates these imprints in our bodies where it stores tension. So wherever we're having this emotional stress, it's creating tensions in our bodies. And oftentimes we're walking around not breathing. We're holding our breaths in our chest, and we're not allowing ourselves to breathe into that tension. So most of the time, if you're working on a computer or if you're doing a project or something like that, you're not remembering to breathe. And so that stress and that tension builds and builds and builds, creating all this different type of pains inside of the body. So I want to give you this really quick breathing technique, which is called the 2-4 breath. And one of the reasons why this breath is so important is because it allows you to do one of the main things that's really important to release stress out of the body. And that's making a continued long exhale. There's a lot of talk about shallow breathing and why shallow breathing is not helpful. But in reality, it's not that shallow breathing is not helpful. It's just that we're not exhaling long enough when we're breathing in and out. So when we're breathing out, we want to make that exhale longer. And so, what that looks like in this particular breath, and the reason why it is a 2-4 breath is because you're going to be breathing in enough oxygen for 2 seconds, and you're going to be breathing out a lot of carbon dioxide for 4 seconds. And this carbon dioxide or this CO2 is what releases the stress and tension in your body. So if you want more vitality, if you want less stress, if you want less tension, and you want less disease and pain in your body and less emotional constraints, then you're going to want to practice this type of breathing on a regular basis to get into that parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your nervous system that knows how to relax. So let's do it together. Now, you can do this to music, you can do this anywhere you want. It doesn't have to be to music, and we're not going to do it to music on this live feed because of Facebook laws. So, what you're going to do is you're going to breathe in very slowly for 2 seconds, and then you're going to breathe out very slowly for 4 seconds. I highly recommend doing this at least 10 to 20 rounds of this, or 5 to 10 minutes of this throughout your day. So let's do about 5 rounds together. So we're going to breathe in, and it's going to sound like this. It's going to look like this. So let's try it all together, whoever's on with me. Let's take a couple of seconds and let's breathe. Let's breathe. You can close your eyes and breathe, but you're really just with your nose and your with your mouth for 4 seconds. So let's do it together. So let's begin. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. One last time. So if any of you tried it with me, let me know how it goes for you. Type something in the comments. How does that feel in your body? You should notice that your body instantly starts to melt. It literally starts to melt apart. You can do this anywhere. You can even increase that 2-4 breath if you want to add more oxygen to your body. But if you're just wanting to fully relax, going deep within your belly, breathing in for 2 at that very slow pace and breathing out for 4. Do this a couple of times, see how it feels. Yeah, I don't know if I'm saying your name right or not, Mikey, but you're saying disharmony equals disease. Yeah, if you're going, this is how you know you're in disharmony, right? When you're in disharmony, you are doing something that you feel obligated to do. This is how you know you're healthy or not. If you're waking up and you're going to a job or to a place that doesn't feel good to you and you're like, ugh, I don't want to do this, or ugh, I don't really feel like I have to. That's how you know you're not living at your optimal best. But if you're waking up and you're like excited to get to where you need to go, you have projects that you're really eager to get started with, that's how you know you're living in harmony. You're living in alignment with your will, your truth, your soul's intention. So if you're doing something that doesn't feel good to you, that is creating disharmony, which is allowing for this emotional stress to build up into your body. So, thank you for that, Mikey. Or I don't know how to say your name, so please let me know if I'm wrong. All right, you guys. So go ahead, practice this 2-4 breathing. Let it become natural for you. Do this on a day-to-day consistent basis. Even if you don't do it daily, I know there's a lot of thought to say do things daily, but consistency doesn't always mean daily. Consistency can look like regularity. So maybe you say on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, or for 3 days out of my week, I'm going to do yada da yada da. So find a pattern and a breathing routine that works for you so that you get in the habit of adding more oxygen to your body. If you're struggling breathing in enough air and you're struggling breathing out enough air, that means you are not getting enough oxygen in your body, and you need to train your lungs to push out